everyone. All right, I'm back for Dust 2S's ongoing coverage of IEM Dallas 2025. I'm here with Call Me Sue of Lynn Vision, but you may remember him from the days of Fragadelphia. So to start, unfortunate 2-0 loss to begin the day against G2. We did see some signs of life on map 2, but unfortunately, maybe not the result you're looking for to open. How do you guys feel coming out of that series?
So for map one, we did some preparations for G2, and then we know how they play. But like the problem is like for ourselves, we were making mistakes and some like detail problems causing us the loss. But on the second map, like we kind of fixed our problems. But like during like I think the halftime over T side, we started losing. Yeah, still like some players making like mistakes on their own and causing the loss again. Yeah.
As I mentioned in the onset, we of course all remember you from the days of being in North America playing for teams like G3 with the Mongolians who are now on Akimbo. Then you went on to go play for Wildcard and then returned to China, of course. So it's been quite an adventure for you since we last caught up with Call Me Sue. I wanted to start by asking you, what have you been up to since we last heard from you? Of course, you went back to China. Uh, you went back to China. When you went back to China, was it your intention always to go back to playing pro Counter Strike, or what was your plan after leaving Wildcard?
I didn't really have a plan for like keep playing CS like as a pro as well. And then like the time when I went back from last year, I think it was during Christmas. I was actually looking for like an intern for my like major, and then but like I was thinking at the same time like I love CS, I love playing CS. I just probably gonna look for some opportunities, and then Lynn Vision just like sent me an offer. Like we talk about it, and then later on like they signed me. Yeah, basically how that works. Yeah.
And how did they come to find you as a player? Did what you accomplished in North America play any role in that, or what was the process by which Lynn Vision were able to end up acquiring you? I know I believe, had another player you were trialing with at the same time on Lynn Vision, but how did they find you?
So I think it's from my followers because like my teammates stream sometimes as well, and then like they have like huge amount of followers. And then when I went back to China, I started streaming again, and then probably my followers talked to their like fans, and then the CEO of Lynn Vintage like sent me like a direct message. Yeah.
So you're a pretty big streamer in China then. Is that kind of weird for you to go from being a local player in North America, where I don't think if you walked by someone on the street or maybe even at like an event, to going to being now on the second largest team in China?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have like a group of like a huge group amount of followers, but like still like the followers are for like they're following like every CN CS pro player, and then yeah, I think our coach like recognized me at the first place, and then I think he went to talk to their CEO or something like that. Yeah.
And with that, it's been a series of pretty big steps for you as a player. It was only 2 years ago when I think you won like ESEA Intermediate in 2023, and then you played your first LAN at Fragadelphia, and now you're at an S tier LAN IEM Dallas, and then next month you're going to the major. So it's like, how's that transition in your life been? You said you wanted to find an internship. Has it been a difficult transition to go from being just someone playing Counter Strike for fun to being now going to a major and getting your stickers?
I'm kind of like surprised that the path is like easier than I thought. I thought like, because the goal of me joining this team was going into the major, and then we accomplished it like during like 2 to 3 months of practice together. So I thought it should be like a lot harder. Yeah.
And how does the Chinese scene compare to the North American scene? Is it more difficult for you there, or is it easier? What's the practice like compared to North America? What are your overall observations about the differences between the two scenes?
I think the environment is harder I think we have more better teams in Asia compared to North America. So I think the environment is I think it's like a little bit harder than the NA. Like for China, we have like three really good teams like a Rare, Atom, Tyloo, and us. Yeah, and then for Mongolia, they have the Hans and the Mongols. Yeah, I think I think environment is hard. It's a little bit harder than NA. Yeah, I think they have like more teams to play in Asia. Yeah.
with that, you've Lynn Vision is currently in something of a rivalry between Lynn Vision and Tyloo. You know, for a long time, I think Tyloo had kind of lost their way. They were really struggling as an organization to find a team that could compete and make competitive runs, especially against teams like Rare Atom and Lynn Vision. But now you've been trading some blows, and I believe you just came back from a Chinese LAN where you end up losing in the finals to Tyloo. What's the rivalry like between Lynn Vision and Tyloo? Is it an intense rivalry back home?
I don't really know how their system works because like between the clubs we like although like the players we're friends but we don't really talk about like how they practice or how the clubs are like the system. But I heard I heard about Tyloo they are being like kind of strict about like players. Like I think they pay like 100% like attention to their jobs. They're being like super serious. But for us, like for our team, we play games not because it's a job. It's like we love the game and then we are like not co-workers, we're actually like friends like that. Yeah.
Mhm. And then final question, with this loss, you're now going to be heading into the lower bracket. I don't believe we quite know who you're playing yet, but what are your overall expectations for us of the event? Do you think you have what it takes with this current roster right now to make a lower bracket run and push towards playoffs?
I think we might stand a chance against Furia, but for the Mongols we probably gotta get eliminated by them. Yeah. And then according to like the team's form, I don't think we're in a good condition right now. And then that's what we're gonna like talk about. Like that's what we're gonna talk about it tonight later. Like how to get like correct. Yeah.
All right, that's Call Me Sue, a North American player that you may know who's now riding high in China. Thank you so much for your time.